Hello and welcome to week 1 of the Human Design Experiment. As you know, probably by now, maybe not, my name is Brenna. I'm a Human Design reader of 9 years, and something that I really had the desire to start doing based on a conversation that I had with my boyfriend actually was him giving me the idea, I should say, to remind me to showcase my Human Design Experiment and what I've learned over the last 9 years of incorporating and teaching this information, keeping my side of the street clean and practicing what I preach. So I'm excited to start to take you along on this journey with me as I show you how I navigate my human design in real time, and I will talk to you guys soon. So I'm not turning my camera around because this is my view for about 1 to 2 hours every single morning. This is part of my gate 5 routine. But I take, and I was mentioning this to you guys on live not too long ago, when I am have a Sunday and I'm getting ready to plan for the week ahead, I always get a college ruled notebook because I like the old school paper feel, and write down only on the front side of one piece of paper because I also hate writing on the left side of the paper, very particular with gate 5, all the things that I want to do for the week ahead or that I have to get done in terms of priorities. And then every single night before I go to bed, I'll pick the top 3 to 6 things that I want to get done depending on how long they actually take me, and then add anything important to my calendar. So it's my niece's 5th birthday. I have our generator live training happening in my Patreon over on obviously Patreon on Tuesday, and things like that. So I'll cross it over. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't, especially if it's busier. I don't like to add so much to this version of my calendar. I have 3 calendars that I reference. My paper one, my phone calendar that blocks off time for when people book with me. And then the 3rd one's on my wall in my office downstairs, my whiteboard calendar. So just a little gate 5 sneak peek behind the scenes to get you guys also inspired if you have gate 5 before, the week ahead, some things that you can also do to kind of help yourself, especially if you're a manifesting generator like me. And we have these moments where oh my God, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to rechange my entire life. Having things like this in place helps to eliminate that overwhelm where you're oh my God, I want to do all of these things. I'm so inspired and I should have done it yesterday. It allows you to look at this list, look at your calendar and say, okay, this is very helpful for my organization and a way that I can move forward in a aligned way for me and my energy type. So there it goes. At a bar class, and something that's so funny is I'm why do I keep trying to film this video and I feel uncomfortable, or I keep trying to look to see around me if anyone's watching me, even though I usually don't care about that, and I'm a case person in human design. So even in my effort to record the first official clip talking about my human design experiment, I'm literally practicing it in real time. So I'm going to go drive to another location because I want to get a Wawa cup of coffee to talk about this, and then my back will be facing the road but not the parking lot where there's a bunch of other people walking around and talking. So I'll see you on the other side. So I got the goods in the appropriate spot with my back facing the road. But it's so funny, and I don't know if you guys experience this too. I'm sure a handful of you do. But when you are somebody that is practicing some sort of spirituality in some way, and you just walk through the world in a little bit of a lighter fashion than the average person, especially being an East Coaster, as you can tell from Wawa in and of itself, that people, even in Wawa just now, walking in act as if they know who I am or just are very comfortable approaching me, which I'm always thankful for. But this has happened to me my entire life, also very Pisces, where I will get somebody that will find me, right, no matter where I am, and will engage in a long communication, dialogue as if I know them or just feel very comfortable telling me things. It's kind of like when you go anywhere and people are I don't know why I'm telling you this, but, go into a dialogue of some sort, which had just happened to me. So I'm losing daylight as I'm outside, but at least in the appropriate spot. And something that I really wanted to touch on or talk about today was the fact that tracking the moon sign, super helpful. So to use myself as an example today, you want to look at your natal chart, right? Following the houses. So wherever your rising sign is going to tell you, or your rising sign is always going to be in the same point, but your rising sign is an indication of where all the houses are in your birth chart. So if you are Aquarius rising, you're going to have an Aquarius first house. If you're a Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius first house, so on and so forth. So you can go through your natal chart to know what house is in which sign. And so For myself, something that's been really helpful that I wanted to share with you guys as I'm going through these cycles and experiences is tracking the moon sign, or the sign that the moon is in. So today the moon is in Capricorn. It was also in Capricorn yesterday. And I'm an Aquarius rising, so Capricorn is my 12th house because Aquarius is my first. 12th house is all about endings. I literally could not fall asleep. Did not fall asleep until 5 a.m. this morning, so hence this is needed because it's a Thursday, and I also have to go live tonight. I should say I get to go live tonight because I'm always excited to talk with my people. Again, I did my bar classes, and so knowing that I've tracked it the last couple lunations or last couple times that there's a moon in Capricorn, I do not sleep. So I know that if the moon is in Capricorn, I need to create a little bit more boundaries in my day. And thankfully I had my day blocked off all day today to prepare for an upcoming event that I'm going to be doing that you guys will see in either this vlog or a couple other vlogs in the future. So I give you that tip, at least in my little Wawa parking lot moment, to say, track the moon cycle. If you want help kind of navigating this, or if you have any questions about where to find that, I can answer you in the comments, or just add some other links for the future for the show notes. Again, these are in ways that I'm showcasing in my 1-3, my 3-line, how I'm enacting on my human design experiment and taking you along for the ride with me, but also giving you wisdom in a way that's actually practical and can help you too. So remember that, and yeah, we'll keep this going. I'm excited. An interesting little camera inception here. I'm filming my 1,000 subscriber count YouTube videos right now, so that didn't even make any sense. My free 5-minute readings as a thank you to my first 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So I've been wearing my Christmas red for a holiday season. It's been really fun to look at everyone's charts. I have like a bunch of Taurus placements that booked in a row. Then I'll have a bunch of Aquarian placements that booked in a row. So it's really interesting to see how that tracks. We're officially in Capricorn season, so that is very supportive of where I'm at right now in my life and what I'm doing. And honestly, sometimes I don't even think about the transits as I'm doing things. I just respond and I don't overthink, which is really good for having an undefined ajna and a defined sacral. So keeping note of that. I'm also standing on my walking pad right now. Obviously I haven't even gotten any steps in, but I've set up my standing desk so that it helps me. Also cue little me at Christmas time. But yeah, just some other tips like for you guys as to like how you can kind of set up your space, especially if you work from home. I'm also somebody, and I'll talk about this while this is going to get a little bit more TLC in 2025, but for what types of placements we have where we need goals or things that I don't even know where to look, goals that are like outside, so we can mark things off, check the list, how to make bite-sized goals, especially for any of my Aries Mars placements too, or Aries placements in general, but especially Aries Mars. I just did a video on this on TikTok. I'll probably post it to shorts as well, but like you need instant gratification a little bit every day. Also my Leo Mars placements, and Mars is retrograde in Leo right now, so it's also a struggle for you guys a little bit if you have Leo Mars as your natal placement. So keeping that in mind before or as we go into the year.